Greetings everyone, this is FlameMDQ and welcome to a simple knowledge check, let's call it that way, because this is far from a guide of Preecha. In fact, this is going to be too awful to be called an actual guide. But this was a request from some friends like, hey, can you teach me how to play this chapter or the other way, or how to beat this chapter? So I'm going to show you the ways of Preecha. What I know, what you can do, and you can like, oh, this is possible, and from that you can do your lab sessions yourself. Don't mind the graphics. I already will upgrade my PC soon, but it is what it is. Let's go basics. Let's start basics. Leg punch. Leg punch is pretty much the most useless button on Preecha by far. Like, yeah, it's 4 buttons. Sorry, you lose a lottery. Is the worst button on Preecha. Leg punch got a few useful ways, but get used to that. First, we got the universal combo, the let's call it target combo. Well, it's more like a auto combo. It's like punch, heavy punch, heavy kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can add a rep blow at the end if you want. This is the only thing useful on the punch, because you can do something like this if you want.
Here goes.
No. Oh wait, never mind, doesn't work. Maybe this punch. No, doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, I can do a spin, which is something. This thing can be mashed. Yes, you can just mash your way out of a Preecha spinning. So yeah, and the DP. Okay, that works. So you can do something like this. See, which is the break. And we're gonna talk about more later on that, but that's how to leg punch. That's the best way, and it's, as you can see, it's not that useful. In fact, it's a 5-button frame, and this kick is also a 5-button, 5 frames. This is 6. This is barely worth, just 1 frame of difference. Can be the decision on something, yes, can be, but you can get how not much you can do with that. The leg punch also can be cancelled from the target universal combo. This thing, you can be cancelled from a down leg kick or down leg punch. So you can do something like this. But you cannot do doubles. Check that. Be careful. Don't mash it. So, check this out. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, the heavy punch didn't come out. Yeah, you can't. You need to do only 1 leg punch standing if you want to do a leg punch grounding or a leg kick to do the universal combo. Even if it sounds so lame, remember, it's a tool. Use it if you need. Even if you're on panic, it's damage. Just check that. It's like half of a block. Like, it's damage. Don't take that slightly. The good thing about the leg punch of Preecha is mostly her jumping leg punch. This button is quite useful. This is the best way to use this button. Why? Quite simple. You are like, okay, my opponent is gonna be jumping. Cool. Well, Preecha got a target combo actually. It's leg punch, leg kick on the air. So 1, 2. Oh, wait. Don't work. Why? Well, this is the funny stuff. Only works on counter. And most important, you can see here, I'm on the ground before my opponent. This doesn't mean I can do a DP and just try to chase them down. Like, seriously, you're gonna lose like this. See, doesn't work. Like, it's gonna reset, but it's not gonna be an actual combo. So don't try that. Like, the good thing is you're gonna fall before your opponent, yes. You're gonna win a trade of 8 buttons, yes. But that's the whole idea of the leg punch on air. In fact, if you're like, okay, anything else? Yes, you can do actually this. Oh, okay, cool. What's the trick? Okay, you get the trick. Like, 1, 2, 3. It's my turn. It's fun time. It's punchy time. The only thing is you cannot do it from a hop. See, this is a hop. If you are not aware of the hops, because it's more like a KOF things, you cannot jump over opponents. And The animation is kind of funny because, like, seriously, you can notice. It's literally the same animation with different distance from the ground. The leg kick is the second button of Preecha, and of course, it's way more useful as you can believe. Like, hey, you actually got a really good sauce. So let's see what you can do with leg kick. Leg kick, most important thing is this thing. You can cross up. Congratulations, this is your button to cross up people. So if you go, important thing about Preecha, you cannot run, see? So if you want to do something like this, you hear the sound of whoosh. The thing is your advisor. Oh, you do like a super shot. So you need to time this thing, and that's it. And you can combo from here. But you need to do it kinda low on the ground, because if you do it too much, yes, that you get blocked. But if you not, you can do it, but as you can see, it requires some practice, especially on cross-up. And as I see, it's a kick, but so you can do this. The second good thing about the leg kick is gonna be on standing. It's a target combo. Cool, 2 hits. But this target combo got an special thing which is good for me, if you ask me. So first, you can do something like this. Okay, it's 3 hits. But if I punch someone, feint into the both kicks, like 1, 2, you're like, oh, okay, but why do I do that? Because you didn't know. Right? Literally. Let's say you do this, and you didn't notice your opponent was close enough. They're like from here, like, hey guys, this is a short punch. Oh, it's gonna be short or it's gonna be far? It was far. This is short. Like, you're confused because, like, oh, this is a short or a far, and that's your answer. Like, oh, it was it's just a check for you, the player. What is useful about this kick is also this. You're like, okay, I do it for fun. Oh, but they block. And it's -4. Wanna know what is 4 frames in this game? This is your 4 frames. Seriously, this is the only 4 frames of Preecha. 4, 5, 6, 5. This is a DP. It's 5. So yeah, you are safe. The only way is maybe with a super. It's 9. It's a 9 frame super, so you get it. You're gonna be safe if you do something like simple like this. 1, pa, pa. That's it. You want this for your safety. Another good thing about the leg kick is you can do confirms, which is amazing. So you can do something like this. Cool. Or this. Cool. Still useful. I can do a DP. I can do a break. And I can do it being crouch. See? 1, 2, 3. Quite simple. So this opens a lot of way for Preecha. The only thing is the leg kick ground crouching. You can see push the enemy a bit far away. So if you do something like this, yeah, you're gonna be probably pushing way too much your opponent away. It's just like, oh, I got a 5 frames low on full melee range. So you need to keep that on mind. Let's go with the Hey Punch. The Hey Punch of Preecha is pretty much her best button, probably. Why? Because first travels way forward. And it's hit confirm. So this works. This works. This works. And whatever effect you want to do, yeah, it works. Especially this one. See, you can do this thing, and yeah, it works. So you can do the thing. The important thing about the Preecha punch is the damage. The only thing you need to actually remember properly. Let's say 60, 90. Okay, you see. Okay, I get it. The heavy punch, the heavy kick do most damage. Yeah, even in close range. 50, 80. So you get the idea. If you got someone on a DP situation punish, do use heavy kick, not heavy punch. It's 30 more damage. It's a lot. But, which is funny, is you're like, okay, let's say you're jumping a lot and you do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you see the idea. It's kinda tricky to do this thing on kick. So you do use punch. But what about if you want to jump, you know, damage? You jump with Hey Punch. It's 80. And the kick is 70. So yeah, the punch does more damage on air and the kick does more damage on ground. So keep that on mind always if you want to go for the most optimal damage possible. The down Hey Punch is also quite useful, like close range, it's gonna pay the bills. See, you can use these buttons for like any confirm stupid you want to do. Like, what can I do? Hey Punch? Probably. That's your answer. It's like, can I Hey Punch this situation? And the situation most of the time is gonna be a probably. It's a 8 frames punch, 7 on ground. So most situations like, can I Hey Punch? Probably yes. Now with the heavy kick, the difference is barely different because heavy kick cannot be special cancel on anything, like, yeah, see, not even the spinning, and does more damage, does 99 damage. This is your button for wild punish. So you're gonna look like this if you have a wild punish situation. When it's a wild punish, pretty much think on a whiff punish. Not think in like, oh, my opponent does ADP, I'm gonna wild punish. No. You need to do it on a someone doing like this, an attack on the ground, and you need to punish. And you look like this. You hear that? And that's your moment. You can combo. And in fact, you can do this thing. It requires a bit of timing, as you can see, and the proper distance. But that's 220 from a wild punish. So this 302 on a wild punish without using meter at all. You need to keep that in mind. You can do Hey Kick into feint into Hey Punch. So that's your way of the heavy kick. Of course, this is a sweep. Not much to say. You can actually do this thing, which is 1, 2. It's just funny. On the air, the heavy kick is just your standard long reach attack. Does 10 less damage than a punch, but that's it. That's your heavy kick in a nutshell. It's like, okay, it's more damage in most situations, but it's more difficult to use it in a proper situation. Not just your all reliable heavy punch. Now we're gonna go with the dodge attacks. Of course, every challenger goes 2 dodge attacks. One is it's with Hey Punch and Red Button at the same time. Looks like this or like this. This stops standing attacks and this stops low attacks. The idea pretty much is you can just mash and skill behind this. Literally. See, I get counter. If I do properly, just mash. That's it. Don't worry too much about it, just do it. If you can react, you can do this thing. But something is quite tricky. It's like get the timer to do funny stuff. Jumping, pause, boom, boom. See, something like that. You can do a break. Just mash a break on these kind of situations. That's your best go. You can also do this Preecha Combination, but you know, it's kind of tricky, so I highly recommend go to practice and just set the bot, jumping, do a sweep, or set the bot, jumping, do a punch. Something funny about these dodge attacks, like for example, this attack, this is down Hey Punch of T-Sock. Check this out. I win. See? And I can combo. So I can go for a combo from here. You should need the confirm, and you can just mash a skill behind. The best recommended are or the DP break or the machine gun punch. So the machine gun punch, or the Preecha Combination as actually called, it's your main filler combo, and you need to remember a few things. Number one, yes, you should spam it. Doesn't have a difference if you use light punch or Hey Punch. You can see here. Preecha Combination can execute 4 times, but you can see down forward, leg punch, or head punch. It's the same, and you can just mash buttons behind. Like this. Seriously, just go ham. The important thing about the Preecha combination is quite useful for just rep cancelling. So you do like this. The freeze button is safe on block, and this is also a good one for doing things like this. Let's give you a simple situation. You're getting blocked because you do like this and think, oh, my opponent didn't block the first stack, and I just spend my rep on this thing. What can you do with this? This is a fun one, if you ask me. Can be DP. Someone can DP or just mash a leg attack on the gap of this thing, so get used to these kind of situations. There's a lot of places when things just can be DP, mash, like whatever. You're like, oh, that was negative 19. This is bad for me. What can I do? I cancel into an overhead, which is also +2. So it's my turn over again. Yes, I confirm a low. So you can just, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, gonna mash the Preecha combination a bit for and put the opponent in a 50-50, which, they can mash a DP, but you want to mash a DP maybe? So it's more like a knowledge check because it's risky. But hey, that situation can happen and nobody is perfect. To remember, hey, I got invincible reversal possibility here. This is the thing you probably see in every Preecha plasher ever. They just hit and start mashing. And you're like, oh, okay, I see that do it in every Preecha ever. But let's say you want to use 2 reps in a blow and want to recover meter. So let me show you. 35. I recovered 35 meter on that situation. So I waste 40. Let's see. See, you use 40 for using these 2 rep moves, and you recover a bit. Okay, how I can recover even more, or and even better, how to do more damage with less resources. This is quite simple. I do more damage, more kernel curry, and recover more rep. You can do just like Preecha combination into the kick. This thing leads into a break, and the important thing is this last situation. You can do break into Preecha combination, and this recover quite fast your rep meter. So it's like, okay, this is a way to use rep without spend every single point of my rep. Next thing is gonna be the hyperbolic kick, or the axe kick if you don't call it, or the wow. The first thing is the most popular thing, also or not if you're kinda like a new player. This thing cross up. Yeah, it's that evil. This thing can cross up. So you can open up your opponents on ground on things like this. You're like, oh, I throw you, dash, cross. Simple as that. You are being evil and you have to do it. So don't feel too bad about your opponent. The other good thing is the counter effect. You can do a leg punch behind this. Or a DP. Also, important thing about the hyperbolic kick is the counter effects on this game. If you do it on an opponent who's jumping, it's gonna be quite particular. Yeah, you notice the insane low thing. So, this thing you can do is use like version of this thing on opponent on mid-airs. Because yes, they can do it on this thing, but this is more obvious. And yeah, they go into what everyone calls anywhere shuttle. So you look like this probably. On heavy kick you look like this. See, that's the problem. You probably mash on the ground. It's like it's a reaction thingy. So get used to that situation if you catch an opponent with a Hyperbolic Kick jumping on a counter attack. Funny stuff also happens with the spinning attack and the break attack. The break attack is gonna be our DP, it's gonna be our next move. Yes, it's quite obvious. You can just catch your opponent on this thing. Like 1, dash, 2, 3. Yeah, you can do 3 breaks in a row pretty much if this situation happens. But your break button is one of the most useful things on you're like, okay, I don't need anything too complex. So your break button, which is the DP, it's gonna be your way to go on the most basic situations. Next is your DP, which is just a simple motion with like Gotcha follow up. Don't remember to mash it so you don't miss it. But the thing is, with heavy it's a break and with rep it's a break. So you look like this. See? Which is funny because you can do something like this. No rep, with rep, and then you do an attack. 1, 2, 3. See? Quite simple. Like you can do 1, 2, and just go behind with whatever you want. This is quite useful for combos because they're like, okay, I already used the version without rep. Now I'm gonna use the version with rep, so I got a second break. So you get the idea. Like, okay, I got 2 versions to do break and keep the opponent on mid-air on anywhere juggle situation. Which is funny because this is also safe on block, so you can be an absolute shark. -2. See? It's -2 only, so you are safe to do this all freaking day, and like, yeah, it's not gonna be your turn again and you're gonna be in like this like kick distance. But you can get the idea. Like, oh, it's just -2. That's it. Just do it. Just keep the opponent scared of getting into mid-air because of your knee. So the next move is gonna be our spinning. This looks like this. And this special move is quite funny for many of reasons. The first one is because it's a triple idea one. The first is, of course, do nothing. The actual good idea is you got an overhead, you got a low, which turns into a hit grab, and you got the Wii. Yeah, that thing. This one it's kinda tricky, so it's the last one, but the one you need to remember is the overhead and the low. Why? Because of this. Oh, okay, you can do it in red. Well, with that, you can do it with red, my boy. So you can do something like this. That's an overhead into a Preecha combination. Or the same thing with a low. That's it. You have the idea. Like, oh, I hit the opponent with a low and cancel into Preecha combination, and yes, go ham. Punch, 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 punch. It's your turn. The problem with this move is the frame data. Of course, this thing is just, if you're like doing like this and escape, yeah, you're gonna be able to get just mashed by some kind of DP or some leg attacks. But if you're like, okay, what about if they block me? This is +2. This is -2. So yeah, you're pretty much safe out of jail of this thing. But what about the kick? Yeah, that's a 7, my boy. This is 6. You get the idea? Okay, you're gonna get kick. The good thing about this knee is combo possibility, which is quite good, and of course counter attack. This is a counter attack. If you for some reason got a setup and you're like, oh, I just got this chance, I just go ham because I can do this. 1, 2. See? You send away your opponent 3 times in a row. You can do whatever you want if you start a combo with this attack. So if you got a chance, just do it. On combos, there's a chance you can do it, and I'm gonna show you at the end of the video, but we are nearby, so. So finally, the projectile. The projectile of Preecha is this wind attack, which got some range, I'm not gonna lie, check this distance. It's decent, it's not that bad. But the good thing is you can stop projectile with this thing, you can do it in this distance, and you can use it if you don't want your opponent to come for you. Let's say your opponent uses mashing attacks, projectiles, not this exactly, but you're like, okay, down forward, and you can throw this. Like, okay, you stop a projectile with the first one because this hit twice. See, check this out. 1, 2. See, quite simple. Even on combo. But let's say you don't want to shoot the projectile because, I don't know, maybe the enemy projectile is slow, is fast, whatever the reason, and you want just to stop the enemy projectile without playing the just defense button. So you can do a break. See? In fact, this is funny because if you do like this, see, you stop on the way and you keep the distance with the opponent. So this is funny because you do like this and you stop the second projectile from coming out at all. Like, it's funny because you keep the distance with your opponent for a short attack, short range attack, not that far. Like you look like this. See, I keep the distance. I can keep doing 2 knees in a row, but you need to get on the idea. Like, it's kinda mysterious the way to use it on a proper way, not like a. It's more like a setup thing, not a combo thing. So keep that in mind on the projectile of Preecha. You know, like you can do feints like this to feint the opponent, thinking you're gonna do like this, but it looks like more like this if you ask me. Finally, we got the supers of Preecha. She got the Hurricane, the Punchy, and the Hiding Gear. So the first thing we have to check about is who does more damage. And the answer is 250 the Hurricane, 220 the Punch. So unlike the Punch does less damage. And on Heavy, 290 versus
If you're not unbreakable, you must have a weak point.
310. The weird thing about the super, even if they raw do more damage one than another, in combo they actually do less damage. Let me show you. We are on the corner. Okay, let's see. Let's set up a simple situation for any Preecha. Tag, tag. 1, 2. Super. Did 32. Okay, cool. So the punch is gonna do less, right? D37. So the Hurricane does 5 less damage. Like, yeah, it's just 5. But you need to remember in that kind of situations. Also, if you are on the middle of the screen doing things like that. Okay. Yeah, I did this 3 times in a row, guys. You cannot just do the Hurricane. It's not gonna work. So the Hurricane is your main tool for Wake Up Super, pretty much. Same with the level 2. Also, the Punchy got a special feature. This thing just go through projectiles in most scenarios. So in the case your opponent is someone like Rock Howard and Rock Howard do something like this, and you are from this place on the screen, you can just say no, screw you. But yeah, SNK just doesn't decide on this thing, so you kinda need to practice where the invincibility starts, when the invincibility goes away. Because as you can see, it's kinda tricky. Far as I know, at least on release, the thing is working mostly the closest the attack is to you. See? You see the invincible on the screen and you go. Funny enough about this attack is you can also do a break. But the bad thing is I don't have a single idea, and I've been here for the last hour trying to figure out a good combo. And this is how it works. You do like this, mash rep, and they default, and you are like, oh, I didn't do the follow-up, and does 121 damage. But let's be honest, if you do this thing, you want to do at least 341. So yeah, they even fall in the other direction. Like, it's tricky as hell to practice a break on this move. don't feel sad about. If you just want to level 2 the face of someone who's throwing a projectile, do it. It's your best go to go. Finally, the most fancy move ever, the hidden gear with the QED. Check out the distance. As you can see, the distance is quite long. And yes, it's a projectile, and this is how it looks. You'll be the other projectiles. In fact, let's do it with a red projectile, how it works. You win. So yeah, if you want to counter attack a Soner, that's your answer.
QED.
To finish this video, I'm gonna show you my most optimal combo with Preecha, and I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more on different characters I used to play, please leave a like and a comment. See you on the next one.